should we even really do an intro thing? Like, I don't really know what to do.
I'm really bad at doing that. I don't know. How do you think we should start?
Hey, this is a shitty Star Wars thing. That's our intro.
Let's do it.
That's okay.
Star Wars, those near and far wars. Please don't let Star Wars come to an end.
Since this is the start, we should introduce everyone to the hardcore original group. Like, from the members that I remember, like, good old,
yes.
my boy Honka.
Yes.
Who was a Rhodian, known to frequent Dexter's Diner. With, Sidwa? Sideway?
Yeah, I think it's sideway. Like you're saying sideway, but you just kind of...
Yeah, and, he's got no hair. Even though I always thought the little spikes on the Rhodians' heads were hair. But I guess...
I don't like hair.
According to the... Now, this is Legends. Who knows? But he's in the movies, so he is canon.
Yes.
Also, so, I'm guessing Sidwa, or Sideways, or whatever, or however the hell you want to call him. I think he's probably his cousin, or maybe his nephew. I'm gonna see if they give me some official confirmation on his wiki.
Now, the real question is Honka the one on the right? Or is Honka the one on the left?
I'm thinking Honka is the one in the Jesus glow. Like, the one that takes up the prominent amount of the picture.
Yes. Sideway is just sort of on the side.
Yeah, he's on the side in the shadows. No one gives a fuck about Sideway. Let's be real here. No one cares. No kid wants his action figure.
He's next to Star Wars Squidward Mohawk guy.
Now, the thing with Honka is that we don't know his fate, like a lot of these characters.
Yes.
I like to think that Dex's Diner still exists somewhere.
Oh, have you not looked at the Dex's Diner wiki entry?
No.
I think you should look at it.
Okay. Oh God, Dexter's Diner from the outside looks like in the Robots movie when Rodney Copperbottom. Is that at the dish when he's doing the dishes in that restaurant? It looks exactly, and it's make it even better because Ewan McGregor voiced him.
Yeah.
So Obi-Wan played a robot in the Robots movie, in a movie where there's robots serving Jawa juice.
Everything's connected.
Everything's got to be connected.
That screenshot right there actually looks like it's from the Robots movie.
Oh man.
So do you know what the name of the city? Where Dex's Diner? Do you know the name of the city? The name of the town?
It was destroyed? It was destroyed? Wait a minute. So, was Honka there that day? Because he's a frequent member of the diner. He goes there often.
No!
Oh no. But what about Sideway or Sidwa? What is he a freak?
Sideway made it out to tell the story. He wrote the wiki page.
Sideway. My God. But it was destroyed in 19 BBY. What happened that year in Star Wars? Oh, that was the year when the Jedis got killed. Like, I went to 19 BBY and I was like, what year was that? It's just a picture of the Jedi Temple with the giant smoke cloud coming from it. So, Dex's Diner, I'm seeing some pastries.
Yes, one of the many pastries, actually.
Sold at the diner. Oh, yeah.
I would also just like to say that the name of the town is Cocoa Town.
Cocoa Town.
Yes, it's just Cocoa Town.
Cocoa Town. Is that destroyed now?
Also, it's also the best eats in the Cocoa Town streets.
Wait. Okay, wait. Is it Jawa? It says right here, Jury Juice. Oh, also called Jawa Juice, thank God. Holy shit, that scared me.
Or the popular sliders.
Nerf steak. What's a Nerf steak?
Nerf steak! I'm looking it up!
Okay, is it just like the Nerf bullets? Is it made out of the same material as like Nerf bullets?
It's just...
But it's just steak? Nerf steaks, were the meat of a Nerf. Oh, thanks, guys. Each steak usually weighed half a kilo. They were served in different types of meals at breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh.
They were served in several dishes at Dex's Diner. When breakfast, grilled Nerf steak seasoned with a unique blend of Syrian salt, tertium, punstill,
Black. Can there please be like a Star Wars like official canon cookbook?
Oh, that'd be great. Nerf steaks were one of the foods kept in the gallery of the Millennium Falcon. When Nashta, whoever that is, was aboard with Han Solo. Is that Han Solo's ex-wife?
I will look up who Nashta is.
Next thing you know, she's like a 6-year-old girl.
Wait.
Who's Nashta?
It's... Wait, click on it.
Oh my god!
It's her real name!
I thought her name was Zora Singh.
It is Zora Singh,
Well,
also known as Nashta.
Well, that's a weird name.
Once a female Jedi Padawan.
Oh, do you know what happened to her? Do you know what would have been really cool if Clone Wars didn't get canceled and it explored more of the backstory of her character?
You could have just said if Clone Wars didn't get canceled.
Oh, remember that time when
Clone Wars got canceled?
Oh.
I'll never forget.
So they kept some steaks on board of some Nerf steaks. Zora Singh demanded 4 of them, 4 raw steaks. Instead of eating them, however, she extracted the blood into a glass and drank it. Nerf steak was also used to make Nerf steak stew.
Nerf steak stew?
My favorite of all of them. My absolute favorite.
This better be able to buy at Star Wars Land in Disney World.
Oh my god.
Because I want me a Nerf steak right now.
Robbie?
Yeah?
Jawa Juice was in the original trilogy. Jawa Juice is in the original. Look at it. Look at that picture.
Wait a minute,
Do you want some Jawa Juice? Where is she now? Where is that robot? I guess she got destroyed too.
Oh my god! They just like the clone trooper comes in, like Commander Fox comes in. He's just like he's like one of the soldiers that just like takes advantage of like the native population.
Flo, that's her name. Flo.
Flo, like a 1950s. Like, it's only fitting.
You ordered the cream of fleek eel, right? Careful, hun. The plate's hot, and the fleek eels bite. Godspeed, Flo.
The fleek eel.
The trio that as Keats grabbed the hidden blaster, Flo threw the serving tray at Zachary's head and allowed Keats to knock him out with the butt of his blaster. The trio then split up and escaped from the Senate. So wait, is she like a part of the Mafia now? Is that what that's trying to get to?
Does Flo have like combat? Like
she threw her serving tray at someone's face so she could help someone else knock him out. Maybe she's the key to something. Who knows?
Flo is the key to all of the Star Wars Mafia, a Star Wars story, coming soon to theaters, 2047.
Oh man,
I can't wait.
I guess Honk is dead. We don't know, but if he was a frequent member, coming to the Dex's Diner every day, getting some Nerf steak, I'm just gonna say he's probably dead. Sadly, poor Honka.
There's no proof.
There is no proof. He could have.
There's no proof. If it's not in the records, it does not exist.
I mean, if Gregor can survive,
yes,
and become a stupid side character, that's nothing but comic relief. And
Honka, our amazingly developed Rodian.
Oh, and Sidwa, but no one gives a shit about Sidwa.
No, Struz.
No.
He can go eat a Nerf steak. The side of fleek eels.
Oh yeah, those fleek eels. Now I know this guy. He's special.
Oh,
Jempa. He's one of the originals. I think he's had a little bit too much to drink.
Oh yes.
And he's only like 4 or 8 years old. But look at that face. That is the face of someone who had a couple of drinks. Look, one eye is like drooping out of his.
I mean, he was good friends with Yodel.
He was very good friends with Yodel. So maybe that's why he drank, so he could get through the day and not have to deal with Yodel's shit.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Yoda's over there making them train right next to each other with all their little baby lightsabers.
It's like Yoda doesn't even try. They're just like, he's like, what is he talking about, guys? When Obi-Wan comes in and somebody's just like, maybe somebody erased it. Brilliant the mind of a children is. Go, Obi-Wan! And it's like, okay, and then they're just like, Sky. Jedi Master? You know.
You do very convincing Yoda. What is that? Like like what do you, it's not a laugh, it's more of like an amused sound he makes.
It's just sort of the Yoda noise.
The official Yoda noise.
Yes.
But Jempa, I honestly, now, they don't tell us what happened to him either, but knowing how they killed everyone. They killed...
Master Skywalker, was he in that room?
I don't think he was. He was only in Attack of the Clones.
Oh, okay.
But if he was lucky enough to graduate and move to a different temple...
Yes.
Or, I'm just gonna think, since they killed all the younglings, he's most likely dead. But I imagine, like, when that one kid was like, you know, maybe they erased it from the archive memory. Just see him in the background, getting a drink, like, pouring out of his flask, and he's like, Jesus Christ. Just downing it in one go. Doing that Barney Rubble burp.
Like, they make you think it's like Count Dooku who was the one who erased the memory, but really it was Jempa, and he was just like, I can't take this anymore.
He did it by accident. He accidentally bumped into it. And it started erasing files. He accidentally poured all of his booze over it.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh no.
Oh no, I was just trying to play Minecraft on the archive computer.
Oh, he has to wear a bowl on his head. Imagine if you had to go to school wearing a bowl on your head.
Is that supposed to be with the blast shield down, I can't see anything. Is that supposed to be what that is?
I think that's what George Lucas wanted it to be, because they also used the training balls.
Yes.
And then wasn't the Jedi ball in Obi-Wan's bag? Or was that just on the Millennium Falcon?
No, I'm pretty sure Obi-Wan had it. He must have had it tucked somewhere, I mean...
He had a big chest.
Yes.
And he could have put a lot of things in there.
Yes.
Apparently that was the same chest, too, that Maz Kanata had Luke's lightsaber in.
Huh.
So I'm gonna guess she robbed Obi-Wan's house. She went down on Tatooine and just robbed his place.
His little hermit hole?
Yeah, and then when Han's like, wait, how'd you get that? And she's like, I don't need to tell you this kind of stuff, Han.
No, that's the next movie.
Episode 8, Han.
Episode 8. Pre-order your tickets now, there won't be any left.
Here's one of the legends. The almighty legend.
This is one of the best ones.
He's one of the best. He is one of the best marksmen in the entire galaxy.
He is.
Brom Burrs.
An expert marksman.
An expert marksman.
Yes.
A crack shot who liked being on his own. Burrs was an on and off partner of the expert marksman, Deb Noli.
Deb Noli. Do you know a lot about Deb Noli?
I don't.
Okay, we'll get back to him later.
Oh Christ, he looks like Larry from Three's Company. It said a male member of, and I read horny before I read species.
Of the horny species. You know those Mentans. I mean, just look at that face.
The time Brom Burrs left the commando profession, he was, oh my god, he was covered with ugly scars? He relied on his intuition to survive.
And his charisma.
Oh, also possessed a degree of force. What? I'm an
idiot.
What is that word? Attunement?
Attunement, yeah.
So he's force sensitive?
Marcus, do you know what this means?
He had white eyes and green skin.
Hey, Marcus, do you know what this means?
He's a Jedi, or he's powerful with the Force. Maybe he was the Hope.
He was the new Hope.
Imagine if the movie was just him instead of Luke. Everything else was the same. But, like, Alec Guinness had to look down to him all the time.
Yeah, it's just like, look at that face and, like, hear Kermit the Frog, like, saying all the things that Luke said. I'm never gonna get off this rock.
After they blow up the Death Star, it's just like... Yeah! But Brom Burrs, we had a theory.
Yes.
That he was secretly Obi-Wan in disguise.
Secretly? It's cracked now.
It's
a fact.
Like, cause remember...
Think about it. Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan
Kenobi?
Burnobi.
Obi-Wan Bernobi?
But see, this is the thing I've noticed when I rewatched the Clone Wars.
Yes.
He, in episode 3, when he kills Grievous, he says, so uncivilized, and he throws the weapon away.
Exactly.
Obi-Wan says he hates blasters, but what if this is all a cover-up? Because if you watch a lot of the episodes of the Clone Wars, mostly the Lawless episode, he's popping Mandalorians left and right.
Far shots.
And, like, far away. One shot. Not even,
one might consider that, like, to the skill, like, the level of skill an expert marksman would have.
Like, Denoli.
Like,
and Obi-Wan knows a lot of people in the galaxy.
He does. Like Dexter Jetster, he's an old friend of his.
Yeah, and he loves Grievous. Grievous is like one of his college roommate at this point.
He does. He's really casual with him too. He's like, remember, he just kind of showed up and he's like, hello there.
Yeah, and then Grievous is just like, bah! And he coughs a little bit because, gotta have that asthma in your villain.
Yes.
Brom Burrs,
yes.
if he's an expert marksman, it makes sense. Because
it does.
Because Obi-Wan says he hates blasters, but I feel like that's a whole cover-up. And if he's force sensitive, that makes it even more of that points towards.
It does. Possess a degree of force attunement?
Mm.
I think it has to be cover-up.
But if Obi-Wan hates blasters, but he's so good with them, that must mean he's had training.
Exactly.
And I mean, remember in that unproduced episode, even Anakin used blasters, and he used them pretty good.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Obi-Wan maybe revealed his secret to Anakin, and then...
Maybe.
Because notice how Brom Burrs wasn't really seen.
Anakin is dead Noli!
Or maybe Anakin told everyone the secret, and he had to abandon the Brom Burrs name. And go on that's why he went into that's really why he went into hiding. Because after that, Yoda was like, go train with Qui-Gon. He was like, don't worry, I got this disguise going on. Don't worry about me, Yoda. And then he goes out there, and the word gets out. And he gets an intercom from Bail Organa, he's like, the secret's been blown. And then he's like, take this case to the train station, and get out of the city. Where will I go? To Tatooine. But Brom Burrs, we don't know, because he wasn't in Return of the Jedi, so he basically doesn't exist. He was supposed to be in Return of the Jedi, but I think they cut him out. Yeah, among those scrapped before... Yeah, his scenes were scrapped before filming. In 2008, Burrs received an entry in the Complete Star Wars Encyclopedia.
There's also, like, this is I guess a thing, but like, okay, so you got Brom Burrs over here, which is an anagram of Decipher artist Rob Burns, and Burrs' story references the character The Ugly from the film The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Now, if you go Dev Noli over here, and you scroll down, his name is an anagram for Blondie, which was the name of Clint Eastwood's character in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
So it's all connected.
It is. And then if you look over at this guy named, like, Gala Yeames, his name is an anagram for Angel Eyes, who was the villain in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Huh. It all makes sense now.
And all of these people were cut out of the Star Wars movies.
Oh, what a shame. What a damn shame. I think there's a few old original members that we can skip through. Like, good old Hatlo.
Oh, I remember Hatlo.
Also, we never even commented on the fact that one of the other characters, Slyther, was seen in the background in the cantina with Honka.
With Honka and Sidwa.
Oh.
He was Squidward Mohawk face guy.
He was. Who lives on the one of the best planets in the Star Wars universe. With one of the best names. But Hatlo right here looks like a lipstick dispenser that hasn't been rolled out yet. And how clever, like, gotta give a pat on the back to George Lucas and his team here. Hatlo, like, how fucking creative, dude. Like, it's just a guy. Is it a guy or a woman?
It says male. It just kind of looks like Zod. But Superman, like, punched his head in a little bit, like in a cartoon, and it just...
Oh, I thought you were talking about in the new movie.
Oh, no.
Because I was just getting the vision of Michael Shannon's head being slowly squished into his body.
He just gets, like, crushed in, and he's still just like, I will find him!
Because, screw it. But, yes. like the people said when they were designing Hatlo, screw it, let's just make a guy whose head is shrunk down into this giant turtleneck, this oversized turtleneck, and make him a character.
Yes. He owned the sign of the Tri-Forked Tongue Cantina.
He was in reality nothing more than a thug with cash. He was in reality nothing more than a thug with cash. That's his album.
Just makes like the cash register, like ka-ching sound, and just like gunshots going off in the background. And the MOG shades just like slowly come down over his eyes that you can barely see out of the turtleneck.
How would he sing though? Does he have a mouth? Or is he just like Kenny from South Park? Is he muffled?
I'd like to imagine his mouth is actually like on his stomach. But it's like really, really big.
Oh man. Oh, Hatlo. He was in reality nothing more than
a thug with cash.
Hatlo did business with many people, including Boba Fett, who he sold a flechette pistol during... what kind of pistol is that?
It's like, I think that it's like a...
Doesn't have a picture.
It doesn't.
Oh, there's some other ones. It's kind of like a rocket launcher.
Oh, flechette, I remember. Guns. Flechette's like stuff that moves really fast.
Oh, apparently he shoots out 100 tiny razor blades.
Yeah, because you remember in Star Wars Battlefront 2, if you play as the shotgun clone trooper for long enough, and you got the bonus, you got the flechette shotgun.
Ooh.
Yeah. I played that game too much.
That game was pretty good.
It was
too bad the new one isn't as fun.
It really isn't.
It's kind of depressing actually. How it looks good.
It does. It looks great.
But that's like also saying, hey, that attractive lady looks good, and then you turn out she's ISIS. Then what can you say? It's just like, well, I mean, you look good.
Yeah.
But you're ISIS. And then it's just like, wait, ma'am, put the gun down. I didn't mean it.
It's just like EA.
Oh.
They're nothing more than thugs with cash.
Speaking of a thug, now this is gonna be a good transition. Speaking of a thug, here's my boy. Here's my boy Nicky.
Your boy Nicky?
My boy Nicky knows how to do some sick ass cartwheels, dude.
Oh wait, is
this
the
mid cartwheel? That's mid cartwheel.
It is. It's like blurred out.
So he assisted them in destroying the Imperial shield generator, doing his sick ass cartwheels, and he was portrayed by Nicky Reed in Return of the Jedi. So Nicky, like they borrowed the name.
Yeah.
Nicholas Reed. I don't know if he's still with us. He was in Labyrinth. Oh. And I love it when ads pop up. My favorite. Without Work, The Drive, I don't know, I've never seen that movie, but he was in Labyrinth, apparently. But Nicky, this Ewok appears twice in Return of the Jedi. He's the Ewok who jumps in front of Chirpa's hut when 3PO is telling the tale, and is also the Ewok that does a cartwheel and dances with Wicket during the celebration.
I still love how in like the Force Awakens review, you're like, he does the cartwheel like 10 times, and then you actually copy and pasted like him doing the cartwheel 10 times.
Cartwheel Ewok, Nicky, my boy Nicky, the thug with cash.
It's your boy Nicky, the thug with cash.
Nicky seems to have made his way into Caravan of Courage, an Ewok adventure, pairing when the village prepares the caravan journey. Oh, so he even made it into the spin-offs.
I've actually seen that. I watched it over at a friend's house. The Caravan of Courage.
And then your one friend was just like, hey look, it's my boy Nicky, and you're like, what's a Nicky? And he's like, oh, in due time.
He actually fell asleep while watching it, and I'm just like, no, I'm watching to the end of this. That was like Star Wars Episode 7 before there was a Star Wars Episode 7.
Oh man. I remember when I went to see Clone Wars in the theater in 2008. I remember there was this one kid that was just like, look, this is Star Wars Episode 8. I mean, Star Wars Episode 7 is what he said. I actually went over, and I said to him, I was like, no, you're wrong. This isn't Episode 7. This is still a prequel movie that takes place... I was like going nerd on him.
Yeah.
And he was just like, whatever. And I was like, do you want to fight about it? And it's just like, you hear this squeak of my sneakers. It's like, come at me. Come on. I'm ready for you.
Don't touch me. Fucking even look at me.
You're just like, square up, son. Get up. You think I'm joking? It's the Star Wars you're talking about.
Talk about one of the fallen heroes of the Star Wars universe. Out of all of them, this was the very first time I got introduced to the weird side of the wiki. IG-101. Fate Destroyed 19 BBY. Like everything, Dexter's Diner, God rest its soul. As the kids say nowadays, rip in peace.
Rip in peace.
Because, that's not stupid at all.
Yes.
That makes total... Rip in peace. You were just a thug with cash. he was a part of the IG series, one of several previous IG 100 Magna Guards, trained in the 7 forms of lightsaber combat by General Grievous. He was a formidable martial combatant.
Yeah, martial combatant.
Okay. More than a match for most opponents. Even able to compete with Jedi. Like, this guy is a thug with cash.
He is.
I mean, how else could you afford that giant cape do-rag combo that he's got going on?
He is a thug with cash.
I mean, that's I always wanted one of those staffs.
Yes.
Those staffs were cool. Like, you know, in like, is it the Olympics where they do that with the giant like Q-tip things? Where they hit each other?
I think that's American Gladiator.
Like, I remember seeing people using those, and I was just like, yeah, no. Star Wars did it better.
Yes. I was that kid when everybody's like, hey, we'll go outside and do a lightsaber battle. Bring out your lightsabers. And I was like, I just got finished watching Revenge of the Sith for the 700th time. I'm gonna go get an electro staff. So I was that kid who went out next to the old tree and found a really long stick. And I walked up, and I was like, I'm here.
And then later that day, Robbie's mom came out and found a bunch of impaled kids. and with a bloody stick, young Robert muttered, "It was just an accident."
They underestimated my power.
And then the cops came, and he was like, "Hell!" stomping his feet in anger. And then the cops pull out their weapons, and they're like, "Put down the stick!" And he's like, "You underestimate my power. I'll take you now."
Don't try. That was the end of young Robert.
His reign is finally. So poor IG 101.
Yes.
This was the one that was brutally murdered by Obi-Wan. And I like the way to describe it in the description here. Mm-hmm. Simultaneously removing 101's weapon arm and cleaving him in half at the chest, IG-101's still standing body literally fell to pieces with a metallic groan, even as he attempted to continue attacking Kenobi, grasping at him. I'm a fucking idiot. Impotently? Impotently?
Where?
At the bottom, like the last word. Impotently? Is that what that is?
Impotently? I think that's it.
I think that's what that is.
Impotent.
The wiki's too much for me. I'm just a thug with cash.
It's a thug with cash.
I mean, it's still good. It's gotta be a t-shirt. With Hatlo on it.
Everyone go to the Ultramarmax store. www.ultramarmac.com/weebly.
Weed life? So he's... Come on down to Weed Life.
Down Weed Life.
Get your t-shirts.
You're just like walking around the mall, just like eating one of those giant pretzels, and you turn your head like, what's that new store? Just like Weed Life.
I'm one of those kids that wears the weed all over my, like the weed logo all over my hoodie, like the weed sleeve. And just be like, get your t-shirts, you thugs with cash. Oh, before, this guy and his brother suffered the same fate. That was one of the guys who cut up, like Anakin cut him up, remember?
Yes.
I believe that was IG-102. I think they were both brothers. Because they were there together. They fought together and they died together.
They really are brothers, because these guys weren't just like programmed or anything. Like it says right here in the wiki. They were trained.
Well, they were the two right next to Grievous too. Remember seeing that picture?
Yeah.
So they were brothers in arms.
Right hand man and left hand man.
They were General like Sidwa. They were on the side.
Sideways. General Grievous.
The poor IG brothers. They suffered a very sad end. Kind of like, I was gonna say someone's career, but I couldn't think of an actor fast enough.
Brendan Fraser.
Oh, poor Brendan Fraser.